Have you ever learned something that just blew your mind so much and you wonder, how did I get through life not knowing this? Happened to me. I had a hair appointment a week ago. New lady, love her. She's super funny, beautiful, just cusses like a sailor. I mean, we're meant to be. She's perfect for me. I'm gonna keep her. A whole week I've been dealing with this. My mind's blown. So she says to me, because I decide I wanted her to cut these like kind of longer swoopy bangs. I wanted to still be able to tuck them, which thank God I did. If they were any shorter, I'd really be having trouble, but at least they're a little bit longer. So here's what I learned from her. She said, so I parted my hair on this side, flipped it this way. Solid 20 years I've been doing this. If you part your hair the same way for an extended period of time, which apparently 20 years is extended, a lot of years, you start getting breakage along that part line. And so what will happen is you'll start thinning over time. And she wanted to nip that in the bud. Is that nip that in the bud or nip that in the butt? I feel like butt sounds better, but it probably isn't right. I need to research that saying. She wanted to stop that bad habit right away. So she says, we're gonna part you on the other side, flip it this way, trim your long swoopy-doo. Your hair will be protected. The little ones that were having struggles in their life will be protected by your new part, and it will start regrowing. So here's the thing. I don't know if you've noticed this, but look at this. Thin, very, very thin hair. I have a solid 16 hairs on my head at any given moment. I mean, that's my constant number 16. So I really can't lose any at all. If I lose even one hair, the weight of it, I can feel a difference. It's bad, it's critical. And not only do I have thin hair, I have fine hair. Very fine, thin hair. So basically, I'm a double threat. I mean, you know, some shampoo company is never gonna call me. I'm not gonna be in those commercials with this amazing hair. So in the meantime, I need to be really cautious and not lose any extra hair. So it sounded very convincing when she told me I needed to flip my part. I mean, she went to school for this. Clearly, at some point in her life, she has been told this by somebody that's reputable, or it's just hearsay and I'm buying into it. But either way, it doesn't really matter because it sounds so plausible. So I'm going to flip my hair over after 20 years of doing it this way. So here's my my beauty tip. It's actually 3 parts. I'll get to the other parts here in a minute. But the first part is switch up your part. I don't know how often. I didn't ask her that. I should probably text her because I feel like I need to know this information. But flip your hair often. So 1, you don't get used to it being the other way. Because here's the thing, when you're used to your hair swooping one way or a style going a certain way, all your mannerisms are affected when you switch it. So for example, if I had like a little right here, I would always do it in line with my hair. So it used to be this way. So now my natural instinct is to do this, except for it doesn't work when your part's on the other way. I'm not used to going like this yet. I know that will come with time, but here's the thing. Let's say it's a year. Say you want to flip every year back and forth. On day 364, I am finally going to get used to my new flip. I will be comfortable with it. I'll be able to do this, no problem. I won't freaking do this and look like an idiot. Have to fix it again and quit touching your hair all the time. You don't want to touch your hair. First of all, I mean, you touch other crap and it's gross. Plus, you know, it's annoying to watch somebody sit here and do this all the time. Trust me, I've been doing it. It's annoying me. I'm sure it's annoying other people. But I digress. So, flip your hair. Day 364, I'm finally gonna get used to it. I'm gonna send her that text and I'll be like, okay, how long, before I flip it the other way? And she's like, oh, tomorrow, buddy, day 365. So I get 1 day of bliss, 1 day of being normal and used to it and not messing with my hair every 2 seconds. 1 day. And then she's gonna want me to flip it. And then 364 more days, I'm not gonna be used to it because now I finally adjusted to the other way. So my part A of my beauty tip, part A is don't do like me. Don't wait 20 years. Or don't be committed to one side. Just flip it every other day. Keep that hair protected. Or maybe you have a billion hairs on your head, unlike me, and it doesn't really matter if you lose any. Okay, so here's the second part of my beauty tip is after you switch your hair, you need to get used to it. Well, not only do you need to emotionally cope with this, you also need to train your hair, because I've noticed I'm walking and just talking and my head's tilting because one, I'm not used to my hair touching this side of my face and I feel like it just keeps falling forward because it's not trained. It's not trained to be with its buddies back over here on this side of my head. So it starts falling forward, and so then I start tipping my head to try and teach it a lesson and go this way. So to train your hair, it needs to be part of its group and stay with its friends. So a good way to do that, I didn't grab a water bottle, but you could spray the part line, comb it down real slick so it just stays, because seriously, it's like you just have to keep like holding it and pushing it and then quit touching your hair. Oils, I mean, you don't want it. So, clips. I found these clips because apparently I just buy random stuff that I never use. So I'm just gonna keep, I'm gonna really teach a lesson, because right now it's old dogs, new tricks. It's not getting on with the program. So it's gonna learn one way or another. It's gonna stay put. I'm gonna put all these little clips in, and then we're gonna really, well, this is definitely part of the beauty tip, because it's beautiful, isn't it? And then I ran out of clips, but I found all these bobby pins. So this actually leads me to the third part of this beauty tip is part one, let's recap. Part one, switch your part. Part one, switch your part. You know what I mean. Part two, part B. B will be train your hair like this. Put lots of clips in, get it wet, because you don't want to, walk like this. And now actually I feel like I'm pretty upright because I don't really care. It's not going anywhere, which is why I'm going to keep putting clips in just to ensure that it's not going to go anywhere. So then part C is, so when you go to your hair appointment and she tells you you need to flip to the other direction, pay your bill first, because you don't want her switching the amount on you last minute when you steal all her bobby pins on the way out the door. That's part B. No, that's part C. That's C. Get your money's worth. Freaking take all those bobby pins. Somebody's probably just giving them to her anyway, whoever distributes bobby pins. I'm sure they're just, have you ever bought bobby pins in your life? They show up in your counter. I don't even know how they get there, in your closet or drawer or your makeup bag. All of a sudden you just have all these bobby pins and you have no idea where you got them. So steal bobby, it's not stealing. Like I said, they're probably free. I don't think a company actually sells these things. It's probably scrap metal from something. I don't know what. This is not a beauty tip. This is a life tip. Do you want to really find out if your husband knows if you did anything with your hair? Don't tell him you had an appointment. That's a tip. Because yesterday I was having lunch with my husband. We finish up and he says, something's different about you. What is it? But he says, what's different? Are you doing your makeup differently? Something's different. I'm like, well, I got my hair done. He says, I know. I said it looked good. Freaking, you only said it looked good because you knew I just got home from an appointment because you were watching the feral children while I was gone. That's how you knew. Because if you didn't know it was an appointment, you wouldn't have noticed anything. I know that because I've tested you before. So, hey, try them out. See if they, hey, and if they're observant, that's awesome. Keep that person. I'm keeping mine because I kind of like him. He's smart. He's funny. He's good things, but he's so dumb sometimes. Bless his heart. So, here it is. What do you think, folks? How beautiful is this? This is beauty tip. This is part B. This is the second step in your beauty guide, is train your hair. And I really feel like this is a good look. I mean, it's gonna catch on, well, especially if everyone starts changing their part right now because they're not gonna be used to it. So, this is a new style. It's on the internet now, so it's gotta be true. I think it's beautiful. I mean, I can't see it because I have no rear-facing camera going right now, so I might not even be recording right now. I have no idea, but either way, I still feel like it's a win because look at me. I'm about ready to go shopping at my local Walmart. Don't say those things. Those things are rude. I mean, first of all, they have great mac and cheese. If you haven't tried their mac and cheese in the deli area, get their mac and cheese. Highly recommend. My feral almost 3-year-old keeps asking for their mac and cheese. It's pretty good. I'll get that frequently. But I'm just saying, they might not care if you go in there like this. I mean, first of all, it's beautiful, but secondly, like, they've seen worse. I've seen worse while being there. So, that's my beauty tip. Switch your part, train your hair, steal all the bobby pins. All right, that's it. That's all I have. I hope to see more people like this so I don't feel so silly. Please, somebody, can you join me? Send me a picture. Do this. Send me a picture. I would love that. It would make me laugh.